There was a time when the local businesses, particularly the micro, small, and medium enterprises, were taking the required small amount of loan from the money lenders. And they used to be dominated by the money lenders, and money lenders used to charge more interest for the MSMEs, that is the micro, small, and medium enterprises. And all the loans they were taken were from the unorganized sectors. And this problem has been tackled by a scheme which was introduced in 2015 by Government of India in the name of MUDRA meaning Micro Units Development and Refinancing Agency. Dear aspirants, today the class is all about discussing complete information with respect to MUDRA scheme. Let's start the video. Dear aspirants, there are around 5.77, which means almost 6 crore small and micro unit businesses are there in the country and engaging around 12 crore people. That is individuals, proprietorship, or the one who is running the own enterprises. And around 60% of them are from the background of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and other backward caste. Each and every single data and the factual whatever I mention, everything is important in this particular scheme. The Government of India has set up MUDRA Bank under the MUDRA Yojana, and the MUDRA Bank will be set up. Actually, the MUDRA Bank is working under the Small Industrial Development Bank of India. In short, we call it as SIDB. The MUDRA banks work under the SIDB, and the MUDRA Bank was actually set up under what? Set up under the MUDRA Yojana. Listen carefully. Loans are given by the commercial banks, RRBs, small finance banks, MFIs, which means microfinance institutions, non-banking financial companies, and the borrower can approach any of the lending institutions which are mentioned above and can apply online also using the udyogamitra.in portal. Dear aspirants, listen carefully. MUDRA scheme is being lent through these banks, which means MUDRA Bank is doing, or MUDRA Yojana is all about refinancing. It is a scheme for refinancing. What do you mean by refinancing? It will not do a direct lending, which means if I am an entrepreneur, if I want to take a loan from the commercial banks, I cannot directly take from MUDRA Bank. Listen carefully. Refinancing meaning the MUDRA Bank gives loans to those banks giving loans to MSMEs. For example, I am an MSME. If I want loan, I cannot directly go to the MUDRA Bank and ask for the loan. I have to ask the commercial banks on behalf of the MUDRA Bank. A commercial bank is going to lend me. This is what is called refinancing, which means it is not direct lending. I'll tell you one more example. Have you taken loan from NABARD? What is NABARD is all about? That is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. This is giving loans to farmers. But have you ever heard that NABARD is giving directly loan to farmers? No. NABARD is not directly in connection with farmers. If the farmers want loan, they will contact the commercial banks and the regional banks. And through the regional banks, NABARD will lend. This is called institutional lending or refinancing. The MUDRA Bank is also a similar bank, which means the MUDRA Bank will not directly lend to entrepreneurs like MSMEs, like our businesses, but they will lend to these banks. From these banks, we can take the loan. You got it? Which means these banks are working as a mediators in between the MUDRA Bank and the MSMEs. The MUDRA Bank actually consisting of 3 different schemes. First one is called Shishu, second is Kishore, third one is Tarun. Shishu means the person or the businesses. See, the loan can be taken by individuals or small businesses like fruit vendors, vegetable vendors, garage shop owners, or any provision store owners, or MSMEs like coaching institutions. All of them can take the loan. Shishu meaning they can take loan up to 50,000 rupees only. That is Shishu, which means a small loan. Kishore meaning from 50,000 rupees to up to 5 lakh they can take loan. And Tarun meaning from 5 lakh rupees to up to 10 lakh rupees is the maximum loan. Listen carefully, all the three loans are collateral free. What do you mean by collateral free? The people who are taking the loan no need to pledge any of the documents. Which means, see, for example, if they want to give you loan, normally they will ask some collaterals, some security. Such a security like, your own vehicle or your own building or own property, own site. Such a collateral is not required. And interest rate is left to the bank, the particular bank which is going to lend the loan, and the banks is going to decide the interest rate. And it should not be arbitrary interest rate like how you take the personal loan, like 12% to 18%, 20%. It is not like that. It will be under reasonable only, around 6% to 8% will be the interest rate. As I told you earlier, the eligible borrowers are individuals and proprietors, actually, partnership firms, private limited companies, public limited companies, any other legal forms or firms are easily eligible to take the loan under the MUDRA. But one single condition is there, which means if you want to take the loan, you should not be declared as a defaulter earlier by any credit rating agencies. For example, if you are defaulted, which means you have taken earlier loan, if you have not paid and you were declared as a defaulter like Vijay Mallya, then you cannot take the loan. The MUDRA loans are provided for manufacturing, processing businesses or services or trading businesses, right? And the loan is not for the personal consumption needs. You cannot take the loan and you cannot use it for your purpose, no? Because you have taken a loan for MUDRA by saying that you are going to do a business and you utilize that money for some other purposes. That is not allowed. Right? For the purposes of working capital, MUDRA card is given. What do you mean by working capital? See, you started a business of tailoring, correct? You need some immediate money to, buy the loans or to buy, other equipment which are required for your businesses. No. So for that reason, you can go for the MUDRA card, which is a debit card, and it is using the RuPay platform and provides a hassle-free credit in a flexible manner to the businesses. When the scheme was introduced, the scheme did not provide or did not touch the agriculture field. I'll tell you, listen carefully. Still, MUDRA is not giving loan to agriculture, but it is giving agricultural related activities. Listen carefully. If you want to see, for example, sir, I want loan, like crop loan. You cannot take crop loan under MUDRA. But what you can take is for fishing purposes, for dairy purposes, which means animal husbandry, food processing units, and loans for tractors, power tillers, etc., including two-wheelers, which can be used for the commercial purposes only, not for personal use. You got it? Because this clause was not there earlier. It was recently implemented. Agricultural fields or activities can also take loans under the MUDRA along with the MSMEs. Please listen very carefully. This is a new change. Earlier, agriculture was completely not allowed. Now, agri-related businesses are allowed. As I told you, you can take this loan for buying tractors, power tillers, two-wheelers, fishing, dairy, other equipments which are required to do this agriculture-related activities or animal husbandry. There are certain steps are being taken by this government to improve the scheme actually. That is, one is Udaya Mitra portal. This is an online application that is end-to-end digital lending platform where the automated sanctions under the Pradhan Mantri MUDRA Yojana has been given. If you want to take up the loan, you can just log in through online and you can check whether after applicable eligibility criteria, if everything is fulfilled, you may take the loan directly, right, without doing a pen and paper work in the bank. And nomination of MUDRA nodal officer in every public sector banks is become made mandatory, and interest subvention of 2% on the prompt payment of the Shishu loan has been guaranteed. This is very important. What do you mean by interest subvention? For example, for a Shishu loan, you are eligible to take up to 50,000 rupees. No, you have taken the loan. And your installment is every month 5,000 rupees. I'm just telling an example. And if you have made every month 5,000 rupees promptly, whatever the interest is charged, let us assume that, okay, your EMI is 5,000 rupees and your interest charged is 6%. It is not monthly, yearly 6% is charged. Then the central government will subvent 2% of interest rate. What do you mean by that? If you are regularly paying without default, without failure, without delay of the EMIs, then out of your 6% you have to pay only 4% interest rate, because 2% is subvented by the government. That is what is the interest subvention scheme. Such a scheme is also given for some gold loans earlier. After discussing all these points, we must discuss and we must see, because the scheme was introduced in 2015 and almost we are completed 9 years, it is about to complete 10 years, we must know the achievement of this scheme. No, the loan sanctioned so far about 23 lakh crore has been sanctioned, and which means nearly 41 crore accounts have been got the benefit under this. They have been benefited. Inclusive growth, what do you mean by that? Inclusive growth meaning as the businesses grows, women will also, that is, woman is also considered as the vulnerable sections of the society. No, she will also grow. SC/ST people also grow. Poverty will remove. That is what is inclusive growth is all about. About 69% of the accounts belonging to the women enterprises. This is the beauty of the scheme. 69% of the accounts where the loan has been given is belonging to the women entrepreneurs, and 51% of the accounts belonging to the entrepreneurs of the SCs and STs and the OBC categories. Importantly, 21% of the total loans has been given to startups, that is new entrepreneurs. Very important is the scheme actually provided employment generation. As per the survey, the scheme has been created on an approximate 1 crore net additional employment in the total time from 2015 to 2018. Out of which women accounted for 69 lakh, that is 62% of the total employment created. Wow. There are total 3 pillars of this particular scheme, that is banking the unbanked, where the banking facilities is not there we are going to cover, and securing the unsecured, right, and funding the unfunded, very very important. And funding provision, MUDRA is a refinancing institution, which means I already told you it will not do direct lending, it will do institutional lending. Challenges faced by the scheme, see, high non-performing assets. Loans are given, but most of the loans have becoming bad loans, right, and limited funds that cannot keep up. See, first of all, see, since it is a collateral free loan, there is no collateral has been taken, and the people who have taken have to make the payment on time without any default, right, because the non-performing asset in this case is keep on increasing. That is the one drawback of this particular scheme, and the government as well as the banks have to work out on this. And limited fund, I know, do you people know what is bad loan or non-performing asset is all about? For example, you have taken a loan of 5 lakh rupees, correct, under the Tarun scheme, under the Kishore scheme, and you have paid only 1 lakh rupees, remaining 4 lakh rupees you have not given, because you are abscond and you are not paying and you are not in your city, and because you are not, see, first of all, you have not started the business at all. You have used that 5 lakh rupees for some other purposes, or you have misused the fund. If that is the case, then this 4 lakh rupees becomes non-performing asset to the bank. Okay. First of all, the fund is given is limited and cannot keep up with the pace of the demand, because many people are demanding. There are lots of entrepreneurs are there, but the loan is not being given to everybody, and regional disparities, and some of the places, particularly the urban centers, are easily able to get the loans, and rural is lacking, but lack of financial literacy among the people, because that is the reason default is increasing, because they don't know how to manage the finance. They have taken the loan and they have to make it on time payments. As they take the loan, they don't think, okay, they have taken the loan. They started feeling that, okay, some income has came. It is not income, it is a loan. They have to repay. Limited outreach to rural entrepreneurs. This is what I mentioned. Easily it is reaching to urban centers, but rural is lacking. And see, this may be your mains question, believe me or not. Right? How to improve the MSMEs and the rural businesses in such a kind of a thing, such a kind of a question. You can definitely pick up these factuals and you can mention the reference of MUDRA and you can explain. And the loan size limitations up to 10 lakh rupees, because some of the cases loan is also required more than that, where it is lacking. And way forward is, see, we have to work on some of the problems, particularly that is the bank officials, particularly the bank managers becoming corrupt. They are giving loans only to those who give bribe. This need to be stopped. And poll of proxies in the name of women, which means they will mention the women, and in the name of women they'll take the loan. Actually the husband is, or the male candidate of the house is going to use the loan for different purposes. The name of the woman is used and the loan is taken by somebody else, right? And limited fund to be addressed, because the fund itself is less, is there. Gradually the government has to increase, because it is almost nearing 10 years now. They should increase the Tarun, Shishu and Kishore, all the three different schemes of funds they have to increase respectively. Create more awareness among the people about banking, as well as how to use the finance, because the financial education is an integral part of the life today. If you fail in financial education, even though you do good business, if you don't know the financial management, you will fail in the business. So that's it for today's government schemes. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you. See you in the next video.